Hey Pisces, so these cards of yours are giving you a heads up on levels of if you feel, or if you're feeling a little needy, insecure from either judgment or a little bit of feels like rejection. We're going to talk all about that and what to do about it. All right, stay tuned. As we take 30 seconds to forward through the shuffle and the card layout, I wanted to tell you about the December Astrology video. To navigate these energies more successfully makes life a little bit easier. So the topics covered in the video are the Mercury retrograde through the holidays, the inspiring new moon in Sagittarius, the winter solstice and the epiphany of the Mercury Kazemi that's going to happen, and so many more topics of the plays of the planets that's going to be very helpful for you to know. So check out the link below in this video in the below description to hook up to it. Hope you check it out. Cheers! Okay, so Pisces. This one's really interesting because this is a reading for Pisces energy where it's giving you kind of a heads up. It's giving you a heads up of some energy. This is Cappy. Little Cappy. And then Theo over there. Baby. Came to join us. Those are the two. You can see a little bit of star right over there on the bed. Those are the three that you can see of my babies. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about, with Piscean energy, it's giving a heads up. The cards in the universe is saying that you might be a little susceptible to being tested with your perception of or your actual experience of rejection or judgment. And I'm not saying that you're absolutely going to go through that, but I'm saying that it could most definitely feel like that in some scenarios coming up here. And so to be aware of that. And when you get a heads up on that, you're like, okay. And so then you start to feel that way. You can hopefully become aware of that and be like, oh, wait a minute. Let me calm down on this. Because it talks about, you have not only the Strength card and the Star card when they're both turned upside down. A lot of times that can also be body consciousness, self-consciousness, and definitely coming through here because you have a lot of cards. You have the Queen of Swords and then two Ace of Swords, both turned upside down. You know, that's the Swords cards, and a lot of times that's a card can be of extreme judgment, of totally thumbs up or totally thumbs down. And of course we know, as in life, and it's coupled right here with the Judgment card. So, and then the other one's coupled with the Star card reversed. So all of that is like with the energetics that I'm talking about. Kind of like you either got the thumbs down or you feel like you're getting the thumbs down. And a lot of it also feels a bit like sometimes when people go through kind of like a breakup where people decide not to be together anymore, or whether it be an intimate relationship, work relationship scenario, or even friendships. And someone within the party feels rejected. That's, kind of like the energy that you could feel. Or you can feel like you're at a social event, social party, and kind of feel like you're not totally accepted by some levels of the group or whatever. That level of sort of rejection, or feels like it. So it's saying that you're going to be susceptible to that, at least to the feeling of that a little bit, and to observe it, because it's all about turning your Strength card back around. And your angels and your guides, you got the Temperance right with you during this time period. So you're definitely meant to like go through this and like observe it. And sometimes even within the holiday seasons, we can get sensitive. I know that Scorpio is having a little level of sensitivity during this time period. So just be aware of that, because it also talks about something either not being there, or, kind of like when you have a breakup of some sort of scenario or relationship, or something lost that's not there anymore, and you kind of like feel a little bit of missing it in a way. So just to be aware of all of that. And it does say within the next 2 weeks, the one thing to really get yourself kind of through this and not focus on that sort of stuff is actually the whole part of your being really needs to work on its creative projects, the things that its innermost you of wants to do and be, your projects, your things that inspire you. It's saying get involved in the next 2 weeks in those, and that focus on that, not on what others are thinking of you. Focus on your dreams, your aspirations, and the things that make you happy, and to totally be doing those things, to be reproducing those things, putting actions towards those things is where you need to put your energies and where you'll find your happiness. But it does definitely say that that nurturing side of you, that gentle side of you, is trying to regain focus again on the actions that it wants to take. And it's also saying between your environment and in the future, be very aware of people that are going to be willing to talk to you. Like if you need some talk on maybe feeling a little insecure on something, if you get resistance, like a lot of times people feel when it's a needy feeling from somebody, which sometimes this energy can make you feel needy. We all can feel needy. But when you come forward, either people are going to be totally resistant to it and almost angry towards it, and then there's others, and it does say that a person from the past comes in as someone you haven't heard or talked to in a long time, comes in and you have a nice discussion about it through this growth period of what that feels like. I mean, we are constantly going through levels of rejection in our life, but sometimes we're a little bit more sensitive. And it's just saying that Piscean energy is going to be kind of tested in that a little bit because it's going to be sensitive. And so just like giving you a heads up. It's like the main theme of this. So I don't want to get deep into detail because it'll come through for everybody a little bit differently. Sometimes people it's a relationship, other times people it's a social event, but it definitely feels like rejection or judgment. And sometimes it's just hard to get around it. Sometimes you just got to get through it until you find your stability again in your own identity. And it does tell you, the nice thing is the cards do tell you how to get through this and find your happiness as a whole world, as a whole person, is to do your projects and the things like if you're going to school, or you won't be during the holiday season, but your work or your creativeness, the things that you're trying to manifest for the future, is to just put your energies into that. It's very clear on that. So give me just a moment. I'll come right back with a wrap up. Just a quick reminder to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. This will give you a feel for which energetic you're possibly experiencing right now. And if you would like a detailed personal reading, you can book a reading at ctgtarot.com. And thank you for subscribing and clicking the like button. The kitties and I are very grateful. All right, here we are with the wrap up, and I didn't get to mention little. Yeah, hi baby. Hi. That's Romeo. Anyway, so we got Cappy, Theodore, Romeo. Excellent. Into babies. So the wrap up is ultimately this: levels of insecurity, feeling judgment or rejection. There can be levels of body issues or insecurities that can be created with that. Feeling the longing loss of somebody. You do have your angels and guides with you. But there's definitely rejections. It's just kind of like there's also rejections that talks of with somebody that there's like a female that basically said, I mean, this is just for somebody like that. I don't want you. And then there's even that time periods with the New Year's coming in, where people coming in there even wanting to do that New Year's kiss and stuff like that. So don't get all caught up in what you might be getting attention from other people right now, because that might set you down questioning your worth, because you're sensitive right now. So be careful with all of that. Get into your projects. That's going to make you feel like a whole person. You may feel a little off kilter in some of the events go out there, but but the great news is there's there's, within your sensitivity, you're definitely going to feel the people that are resistant. And then there's the others that are giving and soft and kind, even a person from the past coming in to be able to talk about it and reflect, and both of you guys kind of getting through that feeling of insecurity, almost insecurity and neediness. There's lots of growth to be happen, in that, because as the nurturer part of you wants to get refocused on the things that it wants to do and the tasks at hand, and move forward. So it's base level, take care of yourself 101 in that area. So heads up on it, that's what your reading wants to talk about within those possibilities, so that if it happens to you, that you can catch it early on and be like, oh, I'm cool, I understand, I think I might be a little sensitive right now, and it's good. And be with the people that truly love you and that are not going to reject you, and you guys can laugh about it. Okay, so talk to you soon. Have a good holiday season, and once again, be with the people you love. All right, mush mush. Take it easy.